Hey, welcome to the Trash Picture Show. Couple of movie recommendations. First off, we have Lucky McGee and Jack Ketchum's The Woman, a awesome pulse-pounding thriller. Essentially, Pollyanna McIntosh plays the last of a kind of primitive group of people who lived out in the woods in the northwest of America. It's an unofficial sequel to another movie called The Offspring, but this picks up a couple of years after, and she's captured by Sean Bridgham's Chris Cleek, who is a family man. And from the outset, you think this guy is like, regular white picket fence human being, but he's a sadist and a misogynist, and he treats his family like shit. He treats his wife like shit, and he may or may not have gotten his daughter pregnant. So, where you think the woman is going to be the kind of antagonist, kind of in the movie, she turns out to be the protagonist and the anti-hero. Pollyanna McIntosh's performance is amazing in this. She's currently in a season of The Walking Dead. She's the leader of those people who live in the kind of garbage dump area, and she is pretty awesome in this movie. If you get a chance, do check it out. It's not for the squeamish, and there's some pretty disturbing scenes, but if you like your horror, I highly recommend it. Next up, we have the sequel to The Exterminator, The Exterminator 2. Robert Ginty returns as John Easterland, and he's taking on a gang of punks, kind of heavily armed, very dangerous, very kind of determined punks led by Mario Van Peebles. He plays X, who's this kind of almost RoboCop-like kind of villain. This is made by Cannon Films, so the grittiness is kind of lost, and it's a bit more fantastical. For some reason, there's a lot of dance, kind of choreographed dance kind of things going on in this movie. There's like a scene where these kids are doing kind of hip-hop dancing in the middle of the street for no reason, and you're like, what the fuck is going on here? Very, very funny, very cool as well. It is a silly movie. It doesn't hold a patch in the original Exterminator, but Ginty is cool. Mario Van Peebles is like a Batman villain in this, but if you like your kind of grindhouse or schlock movies, definitely check out The Exterminator 2. Next up, we have the awesome Train to Busan. That's it. I can never pronounce it right. It's a South Korean zombie movie, and it's really good. I think the zombie genre died a death. Pardon the pun, but yeah, it's cool. It's about this chap. He's taking his daughter to see his wife in Busan for her birthday, and an epidemic of apocalyptic proportions breaks out, and it's him trying to protect his daughter and kind of look after her, because he's been a workaholic dad. He hasn't really looked after her that much, and this is his trial by fire. And at first he's very selfish. He only wants to protect himself and herself, but the daughter's like, look, we have to help these people. Kind of, she shows him how to be a better person as a result. It is an awesome movie. It's an epic movie, very epic scope, and essentially the survivors have to stay on board the train so they won't be killed. Some of the zombies are on board, and there's bits where they can only go from one carriage to the next when they go through a tunnel, because it's dark and the zombies can't see them. Very, very clever, very classy movie. I think if Brad Pitt was to make like a follow-up to his dreadful World War Z movie, he should use this as a prototype, or get the director to do it. It's pretty cool. It has a fantastic scope, and is probably one of the best zombie movies I've seen in ages. And last up, we have Ishiro Honda's original Godzilla, 1954. This came out as a result of Japan's frustration at being censored by both the American military and government. The Japanese weren't allowed kind of depict the kind of hardships and plight they suffered as a result of the nuclear bomb being dropped in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So their way around it was that they tell us a story about a creature who was born from the bomb, Godzilla, or Gojira as he is known, and he comes out of Tokyo Bay and levels the city. It's a class movie. A lot of people might be like, oh, it's black and white, or oh, it's a guy in a suit. I think it holds up today. It is an analogy for like the folly of man and how we have to kind of respect the environment and how we can't keep on dropping these bombs or dumping this shit into the ocean and not expect anything to happen. I have seen Shin Godzilla, which is pretty awesome as well. I intend to do a review of that. But if you are like a Asian cinema purist or a Godzilla fan who hasn't seen this before, what's up with you? You have to check out 1954's Godzilla. Awesome movie. Ishiro Honda does a fantastic job directing this movie, and it just you get the sense that it is a labor of love and passion, and it was kind of the voice of Japan saying, look, something horrible happened to us and we're not allowed to kind of convey it the way we want, so we're going to have it in the form of this horribly destructive creature. Godzilla himself, like the design, his skin is burnt to kind of match that of a person who has suffered kind of radiation burns, and again, it's a classic. Godzilla, if you get a chance, definitely check it out. So, those are my movie suggestions. If you have any suggestions of stuff I should check out, or if there's any questions about the movies I reviewed, leave them in the comments below. Like, subscribe, and yeah, have a good one. Take care. Bye now.